In the story, the Tower of Babel, the king of Babel told his people that he wanted them to build this high tower to reach their God. But I think he just wanted this tower built to have something that he could impress people with more than God. Today we have different countries worldwide competing to build the tallest building, and I think they are doing this because each wants to have the enormous power to impress people in their country. When people are more impressed with what humankind is building and doing than what God has created and prescribed for humanity, God sentenced them to speak different languages. What was the common language people spoke before the Tower of Babel, and what were the different languages they spoke afterwards? But before I answer this question, there is something else I want to add to the conversation. In the Bible, God said that He created man in His image. When God says this, most people believe that He is talking about our physical features. But when we talk about the physical human being, we use male and female, not man and woman. The original meaning for the word man is mind. A W-O in front of the word signifies the wound of mind. For example, the mother tries to mold the child's mind into what she believes is right. Nevertheless, whatever this child comes into contact with outside the home will impact this sensitive clay. But once the child returns home, the mother will try to reshape the mold again to remove the bad impressions. The mother, being the wound of mind, is the one who takes the time and love needed to mold the mind of the child into hopefully what will become a moral, intelligent adult. An adult moral awareness depends on which concept of right and wrong is instilled in the child by the parents and the society in which the child grew up. Now, what was the common language the people spoke before the Tower of Babel, and what were the different languages they were sentenced to speak afterwards? The common language was that what God said was right, the people said was right, and what God said was wrong, the people said is wrong. The people lived in agreement with God's concept of right and wrong. When God said that He created man in His image, I believe God was talking about His image of right and wrong, not the physical features. The different languages God sentenced the people to speak signified that they began to invent their own ideas of right and wrong. They did this to justify indulgence in things God told them not to do because they didn't want to feel the shame of what they were doing. Because of their desires, the people developed their own opinion away from God. When someone expresses an opinion to someone else, it is as though that person is speaking a different language if that opinion is different from the other person's. This means that they won't agree or understand each other no matter how hard they try. So people started to separate themselves into different groups according to what they were doing. Those who do understand each other have the same concept of right and wrong. They speak the same language. If we are going to eliminate the divisions we have that Satan uses to manipulate us against each other, we must find our way back to the common language by only obeying what God says is right and wrong.